Gyanatimarandasya Gananjnajalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, who with the torchlight of knowledge has opened my eyes, which were darkened by the blindness of ignorance. So, today I just wanted to talk about a very common problem in our society, depression. Depression, very debilitating disease, really. And our society doesn't really understand the root cause of that depression. I remember when I was at university studying psychology, there were the various so-called gurus of psychology, Freud, Skinner, Adler, and so on, all having different theories, supposedly how to help us and have a happy emotional life. The only one that I could really relate to was Carl Jung. He was talking about that he had the need to go to India to find a guru. So yes, the reason why these various so-called gurus, aside from Carl Jung, were not addressing the real issue was because they don't talk about the soul. They have no scientific understanding of the soul. Whereas having come in contact with the teachings of the Vedas in the late 70s, I began to understand more clearly what is real psychology. And of course that psychology begins with understanding who is the true self. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not this intellect. I am pure spirit soul, quite distinct from these things. That is my real identity, my spiritual eternal identity. And the Vedas also confirm that the nature of that soul is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. The nature of that soul is that it is eternal, it is full of knowledge, and full of Ananda, bliss. And it has form, it is not formless. So here we have a very scientific understanding of happiness, that the real nature of the soul is Ananda, it's blissful. So why then do we see, especially in this society, that so many people are not blissful? Nirananda, they are not blissful. That is because the true nature of the soul is covered by ignorance in the forms of the material modes of nature, Sattvagun, Tamagun, Rajagun. These modes are coverings, covering the soul, and that means that the real blissful nature of the soul is not being manifest, experienced. But this wonderful spiritual science of Bhakti Yoga, as given to us by Sri Krishna and his pure representatives, explains how that covering of the soul can be permanently removed. And when that happens, then naturally, quite naturally, it is, as Prabhupada said, this Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition on the mind. It is quite natural that when those coverings are removed, then automatically the natural blissful nature of the soul is manifest. So there's no need of bills and pills, only miracles. So yes, Bhakti Yoga. And it is, how can you say, 100% guaranteed. Not that, oh, in this case, sorry, this hardcore depressed person was not helped by Bhakti Yoga. No, it will help everybody, because there is a scientific understanding of firstly who I am. I'm pure spirit soul, and my real nature, my real activity is to be engaged in devotional service, loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. This is spiritual science. It is not about, well, it's a theory, or, well, it works for some people, not for others. No. Science means it is logical and reasonable. It is perfect. So, of course, we can experience the truth of that by taking the medicine, as they say, that the real disease we all have in this material world is the disease of illusion, thinking something to be true which is not, i.e. thinking that I'm this body. This is the root cause of all our problems. So to get free of that illusion, that disease, it's a great disease, we require medicine, and not only mundane medicine, transcendental medicine. And what is that medicine? The medicine is mantra, mantra, Sanskrit word meaning to free the mind. So, like Shri Gauranga, Jai Gauranga, Gaur Gauranga Nam. Shri Gauranga, Jai Gauranga, Gaur Gauranga Nam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So these are transcendental sound vibrations. They are divine names. They are holy names. That means that they are the Supreme Lord Himself. He has hundreds and millions of names. Gauranga, Krishna, Allah, Christ, Jehovah, and so on. And we understand that these names are absolute, meaning that the name of God and God Himself are not different. God is not formless. He has form. He has a human-like form and qualities and activities. He's not a dead stone. So the Vedas are wonderful. They give us this information. Oh, who is God? What is His name? What is His address? Who are His associates, His friends? What is He doing? This is all wonderful information available in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, giving this very intimate description of God and how to connect with Him, how to establish our loving relationship. That loving relationship is so dormant at the moment, but how to awaken it. This process is called Bhakti Yoga. And what does that mean? It means that I have a friend. And that friend is, in fact, my nearest and dearest friend, the Supreme Lord, Supreme Divine Person, Shri Krishna. He's my nearest and dearest friend. Nearest, imagine that. He's not distant, he's very near. And how is that possible? Because of His name. The name, He has descended to this world in His holy name. So if we chant, and of course, depending on the degree of surrender in our heart, more and more we will experience that Sri Krishna and all of His holy names are the Lord Himself. And as we chant and hear with a greater degree of surrender, the more we will experience that yes, when I say Hare Krishna, Krishna is with me. He's right here. And what does that mean? It means I'm safe, I'm loved, I'm protected, I'm guided directly, personally. And there's no better feeling than that. So this is the wonderful process of Bhakti Yoga. And of course, this automatically destroys this depression at the very root. It is scientifically extinguished, defeated. So everyone is welcome to try that process themselves and under the guidance of Sri Guru and experience our normal blissful life of Krishna consciousness. Hari Bol, Param Jayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam.